Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. Anyway, the nation's biggest banks, Citibank, J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, let me say it again, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley declined to comment on whether they have borrowed money from the Fed. They received $120 billion in capital from the TARP, which was signed into law on October 3rd. In an interview November 6, House Finance Service Committee Chairman Barney Frank said the Fed's disclosure is significant and that the risk the central bank is taking on is appropriate in the current economic climate. Like he knows anything. Like I'm supposed to feel secure that he said that. Because let me read the next line. Frank said he has discussed the program with Timothy F. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Geithner, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, and a possible candidate to succeed Paulson at the Treasury. Frank said, I talked to Mr. Geithner, and he was pretty sure that they're okay. Pretty sure that they're okay. Oh, I feel confident right now, Bonnie. I feel confident, Mr. Frank, that you're all over it. You're the Financial Service Committee, House Financial Services Committee, and you don't know nothing. Could somebody please replace him with somebody who knows something? Here he is talking about, I'm pretty sure they're okay. I'm pretty sure they're okay. Yeah, right, said Frank, a Massachusetts Democrat. If the risk is that the feds take a little bit of a haircut, well, that's regrettable. Such losses should be acceptable, he said, if the program helps revive the economy. The program helps. Frank says the feds shouldn't reveal the assets it holds or how it values them because of delicacy with the respect to pricing. He said such disclosure would give people clues to what the pricing is and what they might be able to sell us and what your estimates are. He wouldn't say why he thought this information would be problematic. Revealing how the Fed's value collateral could help thaw the credit markets, said Ron DeVary, Chief Executive Officer of New Oak Capital, LLC in New York and former head of the structured finance at BlackRock Incorporated. Very said. That would unclog the market very quickly. Unclog the market very quickly. Maybe we should try that. Top $700 billion so far is being used to buy preferred shares in banks and shore up capital. The program was originally intended to hold banks' troubled assets while markets were frozen. Frozen. AIG lending. The Bloomberg lawsuit argues that the collateral lists, quote, are central to understanding and assessing the government's response to the most cataclysmic financial crisis in America since the Great Depression. The Feds has lent at least $81 billion to American International Group Incorporated, the world's largest insurer, so that it can pay obligations to banks. Credit default swaps. Obligations to banks. Wonder what it's for. So it can pay obligations. AIG today said it received an expanded government rescue package valued at more than $150 billion. Isn't that the company, like within 4 days, who went somewhere to some spot, spent millions of dollars there? And didn't they get busted just like last week again for doing the same thing? Yeah, let's give them more money. But let's not give the homeowners anything. Let's not give the American taxpayers, the people flipping the bill of the future, let's not give them anything. The central bank is also responsible for losses on $26.8 billion portfolio guaranteed after Bear Stearns COS was bought by J.P. Morgan. The government is responsible for the losses, which is $26.8 billion. Portfolio guaranteed after Bear Stearns was bought by J.P. Morgan. Why are we... I don't really understand. Why are we responsible for the losses of Bear Stearns if J.P. Morgan took them over? Is that some kind of weird kind of insurance? Did we take out default credit swaps against... What's up with that? Interesting. As a taxpayer, it is absolutely important that we know how they are lending money and who they are lending it to. Okay? who they are lending it to, said Lucy, D-A-L-G-L-I-S-H, Executive Director of the Arlington, Virginia-based Reporters Committee for Freedom of the Press. States, as a taxpayer, it is absolutely important that we know how they're lending money and who they are lending it to. Ultimately, the feds will have to remove some securities held as collateral from some programs because the central bank rules call for instruments rated below investment grade to be taken back by the borrower and marked down in value. Oh, too bad we can't give them back to Bear Stearns, huh? Moody's Investors Service alone has cut its ratings on 926 mortgage-backed securities worth $42 billion to junk from investment grade since September 14th, making them ineligible for collateral on some federal loans. Now, are those the ones they gave us before Wall Street fell? Or is it that they've been giving those to us now? Or what? Anyway, the Fed's collateral absolutely should be made public. Should be made public. Made public, said Mark Cuban, an activist investor and creator of bailoutsleuth.com, which focuses on the secrecy shrouding the Fed's moves. The Bloomberg lawsuit is Bloomberg LP versus Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System 08-CV-9595, U.S. District Court, Southern District of New York, Manhattan. So, if you want more information about this situation, go to www.bloomberg.com.